Hey, what's going on everybody out there? I'm Jakejames Lugo and welcome to the channel. I know I've been busy, I've been away for a little bit, I've been taking care of some business. Got a lot of great things that you guys should be able to check out. There'll be links in the description box below. But today I want to talk about Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson and a bunch of other actors recently just came out not too long ago. I waited about a day or so that way everybody could go see it over this weekend. Now, there's been a lot of mixed bag reactions when it comes to Ghost in the Shell. A lot of people that have seen the original anime back in 1995, as well as also any of the other spin-off series like Standalone Complex, Arise, or read any of the manga, they've had, some mixed reactions, some positive, a lot negative, as well as also some people that have never really seen the source material that seem to be in the okay range when it comes to this film. But bottom line, why is it that everybody's so divided about Ghost in the Shell? Well, I saw it on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. It was the day before the actual movie came out. And I have to say, visually, Ghost in the Shell is a really pretty film. It's really well done as far as the special effects with the CG, the way that they build out the city, the way that they show a lot of the different androids and all the cool different special maneuvers and effects that you see not only on Scarlett Johansson herself, who plays the Major Makoto Kusanagi, as well as also any of the other Section 9 characters that we get to see in the film that are androids that have all these different abilities, as well as a couple other stuff here and there. Now, if you're someone that's seen the original film from '95, or seen any of the other stuff related to Ghost in the Shell, which this movie is based upon, they borrow a lot of elements from the original film and all these other series here and there and combine it into its own kind of, I guess you could say, narrative, its own original story per se, where it's not really focusing on one particular aspect of the Ghost in the Shell franchise. You have a lot of shot-for-shot recreations from the original film, which I think were tastefully done. They looked pretty damn cool. Scarlett Johansson, a lot of the scenes that you see in the trailer look very, very similar to the original film, as well as also some stuff that's pulled from Ghost in the Shell Arise, as well as also Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. Again, the whole scene with the robo-geishas came out really, really well. That's straight from Standalone Complex, as well as also a couple little tidbits here and there. And there's even some nods to Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence, which, if you've never seen that movie, it's the sequel to the original film that had a little bit more CG effects than 2D animation, but there's a couple little nods there, especially in the form of stuff related to Bato and a couple other stuff here and there. So with that being said, was Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson in 2017 any good? If you're someone that's seen the original film and you're someone that actually has a love and appreciation for all the stuff in the other forms of media that Ghost in the Shell has been featured, you are more than likely not going to like this film. A lot of the philosophical elements that made Ghost in the Shell what it was and why it was so significant to a lot of people weren't really featured in this film. This is a little bit more streamlined for general audiences compared to what we get in the more philosophical, more kind of, food for thought type of take on the Ghost in the Shell franchise. Now, another thing that also I want to address that I think is very important, because this has been something surrounding the movie for quite some time, the whitewashing aspect featuring Scarlett Johansson playing the Major, who is technically a Japanese character, but there is some explanation for that in the film. A lot of people that I've seen in some of the reviews posted up online argue that this kind of really puts a little bit more of a dent and really twists the knife in some of the more philosophical elements and the way that the film was presenting itself. It was done in a distasteful type of way. I don't necessarily agree with that. If anything, I find it more of a commentary on what's been going on, not only in Hollywood, but also in a lot of other stuff in other forms of media, as well as also our society in general, outside of the United States. Basically, spoiler alert, again, we're going to get into spoilers. There really isn't a lot of stuff I'm going to touch on because I want you guys to go see the film. But one of the major things is that they give an explanation for why Scarlett Johansson appears as a white Caucasian individual, as opposed to just being Asian or Japanese, which is what Makoto back in the original source material, tongue twisted, was originally. They say that she was originally a young Japanese girl that was taken from her parents after I guess she was killed or she was kind of, executed at some point, and they have her mind transferred over to a robotic body. So in essence, she appears as a different individual, even though she has the soul, the mind, the ghost of the person that she once was. And the company, which is called Hanaka, tries to suppress that and tries to control her and actually gets her to do their bidding and stuff. And throughout the movie, you start to see her start to rebel against that. There's a lot of talk about consent. There's a lot of talk about one's individuality, but they never really explore it in depth compared to what the original film or any of the other series does in essence. So overall, like I said, if you're someone that's loved the original film, if you love all this original stuff from back in the day that this film is based on, you're going to more than likely be a little bit kind of turned off by the 2017 film. But if you just turn that off for a minute, if you just go in and accept what the movie gives to you, you might have a good time overall. It's not big popcorn worthy, but it's still enjoyable for what it is and what it presents to you. I really believe that, and a lot of people have said here and there, that this is going to be the start of a franchise. They're more than likely going to get a sequel, especially if a lot of people go and see it this weekend, and I really believe a lot of people are going to do so. Despite the bad word of mouth, there seems to be a lot of, divide between critics and audiences. But overall, it'd be interesting to really explore that world even further, to get Scarlett Johansson playing the Major again, and actually start to ask and discover and explore some of those questions that you get from the other forms of Ghost in the Shell, but in the movie universe, in the movie kind of take, compared to what we actually seen beforehand. So overall, I had fun watching it. Again, I recommend, if you've never seen Ghost in the Shell before, this may be a good introduction for you to actually check it out, as well as go back and check out the 95 film or any of the other stuff that Ghost in the Shell has out there. So that's just my thoughts on Ghost in the Shell, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below in the comment section, and don't forget to leave me a like on this video. Let me know what you guys think about the actual film in the comment section. Tell me if you agree or disagree with me, if you're going to go check out the film again, or if you're going to go check out the original 95 film and actually see what the whole humbug and the fuss is all about. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well for all my videos related to gaming, movies, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. I have more vlogs coming very soon. Again, I mentioned earlier, I've been a little bit away, kind of like taking care of business and stuff. I've actually been writing a lot of guides for IGN. I'm actually finishing up my Nier Automata guide on IGN. I really encourage you guys to check it out, especially if you're playing the game. Links in the description box below, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff I've been involved with. So I will talk to all of you guys again very soon. Peace out. Stay epic, everybody.